Hi, my name is Libby Schundler, and I work for Physical Sciences, Inc. Under this Phase 2 STTR program, our company partnered with a team led by Christopher Roman from the University of Rhode Island Graduate School of Oceanography to develop a terrain-aided navigation, or TAN, algorithm for unmanned underwater vehicles. The primary goal of this effort is to demonstrate the ability to use information from low-cost depth sensors in conjunction with a prior high-fidelity bathymetric map to provide a feedback loop to improve navigation performance of UUVs in GPS-denied environments. With the improved navigation provided by these algorithms, UUVs should be able to more rapidly and successfully complete their planned missions. Before I provide a more detailed discussion of our solution to enhanced UUV navigation, I wanted to provide a brief introduction to PSI as a company. We are a 47-year-old company comprised of over 250 employees, focusing on application-driven research and development. Even if I only focus on technologies currently being developed at PSI to support UUV missions, our active research programs span the gamut from development of high-energy density battery systems, to building prototypes to measure water optical properties, to generation of compressive sensing-enabled flash LiDAR imaging systems. PSI has been successful at transitioning these technologies using a variety of tactics, securing nearly $3 of Phase 3 funding for every dollar of Phase 2 SBIR funding. For this particular program, the goal is to take that broad base of expertise to develop a solution for enhanced navigation of unmanned underwater vehicles in a GPS-denied environment. Under typical operating conditions, a UUV would navigate leveraging dead reckoning to estimate its current location and pose. However, when this dead reckoning is performed using noisy and drift-prone sensors, the vehicle localization error and uncertainty grows unbounded with time. The goal of this program was to develop an algorithm that could leverage low-cost sensor technologies to provide periodic localization resets to bound the error and uncertainty. The algorithm should further be compatible with operation from a compact, low-power processor compatible with deployment from an expendable UUV, such as the Barracuda, our intended transition platform. In order to achieve the desired performance at a cost point compatible with operation from an expendable vehicle, the algorithm needs to leverage data available from sensors already on board the platform and/or prior information, like, for example, a bathymetric map of the operational area. The algorithm must also have relatively low computational complexity to support real-time navigation feedback while minimizing the power draw of the host processor. An algorithm addressing these requirements would provide a higher probability of mission success, faster time to mission completion, and the ability to extend operational range, which in some missions would lead to enhanced safety for Navy assets and personnel. The resulting algorithm would further have application to environmental monitoring, oil pipeline survey, and potentially drone navigation in GPS-denied environments. PSI's solution to this problem involves importing a previously developed bathymetric map of the operational area. For the Barracuda mission, this map will be generated using the AQS-24 data previously gathered to identify potential targets to be prosecuted. For other applications, this data could be gathered from a topside vehicle or from a pre-existing database. As the vehicle navigates, it leverages the UUV odometry data to develop a range of vehicle trajectory hypotheses consistent with the known noise attributes of the sensors. For each of these hypotheses, an associated depth estimate can be generated using the imported bathymetric map. This estimate is then compared to the measurements made by the altimeter and depth sensor, and if necessary, an onboard sonar. Based on these comparisons, hypotheses inconsistent with the measured data will be culled, and ones consistent with the measured data will be reinforced. In this way, the navigation estimate can be refined over time as significant features on the ocean floor are traversed. An example has been provided in the images on the right side of the screen, where the true vehicle path has been illustrated as a line within the bathymetric map. In the dead reckoning only solution shown in the upper frame, the generated vehicle location hypotheses, illustrated by white dots inside the red bounding circle, have continuously spread, showing unbounded uncertainty over the course of the mission. In contrast, as the vehicle traverses a featured area of the seafloor, localization uncertainty drops for the TAN-aided case shown in the lower frame, and navigation is improved. The initial demonstrations show localization uncertainty enhancement can be as large as 3x. Development of this particle filter-based algorithm is being pursued in 2 stages: simulation-based development, followed by data-driven development. Simulation-based development provides an environment supporting repeated trials of the same test cases to refine algorithm performance and compare it to a well-defined ground truth. In contrast, the data-driven development stage will take into account more real-world complications, like current and variable seafloor structure. At this point, simulation-based development is operational and provides the ability to customize parameters describing the environment, the vehicle, and the sensor suite. With respect to the environment, different bathymetric maps can be imported, spanning the range from sloping to featured to cluttered. For the vehicle, the trajectory through the environment can be varied through successive batch simulations. Finally, for the sensor suite, the types and qualities of the onboard sensor can be modified. The particle filter has been incorporated into these simulations, and the feedback loop to vehicle navigation has been implemented with initial trade studies and performance optimization underway. Finally, when the program reaches the data-driven development phase, simulations will mirror early Barracuda sea trials as closely as possible. While we are not the first to implement terrain-aided navigation algorithms, many prior art algorithms have leveraged imaging data. The input imaging data has typically spanned 2 potential classes: sonar and optical images, each with their own challenges. Sonar data is challenging in that it's difficult to register objects and features viewed from different angles because you're effectively comparing their shadows. With optical imaging in an underwater environment, the achievable standoff is limited to on the order of 10 meters or less. This requires travel very near the bottom of the ocean floor until the object is located. Even ignoring these challenges, the data fundamentally has higher dimensionality, forcing the use of more powerful processors to achieve real-time operation. This will have a negative impact on system size, weight, power, and cost, in particular for an expendable platform. Our implementation of a depth-based TAN algorithm addresses all these major shortcomings using low-cost sensors already on board most UUV. The resulting navigation enhancement is expected to increase probability of mission success and reduce time to target closure. The initial transition target for this technology has been identified as the PMS-495 Barracuda. PSI currently has a subcontract in place with Raytheon, the Barracuda Prime, to guide our design and transition activities to ensure simulations are as relevant as possible. The Phase 2 program schedule has been aligned to the Barracuda development schedule to ensure data-driven development dovetails with the planned at-sea trials. Further development and integration activities are expected to take place in a 2-year Phase 2.5 spanning 2022 to 2023 and costing $2 million. Under this program, the primary activities are expected to be algorithm refinement, real-time implementation on an embedded processor, integration into a UUV platform, and an algorithm demonstration. Further transition to a commercial product is expected to occur through collaboration with UUV manufacturers and system prime contractors to develop an integrated sonar SLAM navigation system for their platforms. Additional transition targets within the DoD could include the full range of PMS 406 and 408 platforms. PSI further plans to explore the adaptation of the algorithm for drone-based navigation in GPS-denied environments with similar application requirements. These transition paths would be pursued by leveraging PSI's pre-existing contacts in the UUV and drone marketplace, developed while marketing PSI's high-energy density battery products. In conclusion, PSI and URI are developing terrain-aided navigation algorithms to support enhanced navigation from autonomous vehicles in GPS-denied environments. Leveraging these algorithms, the vehicle localization uncertainty can be expected to improve by up to 3x over more conventional dead reckoning-based approaches. These algorithms achieve this performance enhancement while reducing computational complexity as compared to prior art TAN algorithms, while leveraging the data of low-cost sensor streams. The reduced dimensionality of the input data streams further supports real-time operation from a UUV-compatible processor. For further discussion of this capability, feel free to contact Jim Glynn, the Vice President of Corporate Initiatives, whose contact information has been provided below. I thank you for your time and encourage you to reach out if you have an application for which the RTAN algorithms would be beneficial. Thank you.